Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, police bolster presence in South Central parishes for holidays. Police are imploring motorists to obey traffic changes even as cops increase their presence in South Central Jamaica for the Yuletide season. The business activity is very robust and you are seeing the traffic management, so our presence here is to ensure that we maintain public order and to provide that sort of reassurance to our people, Head of Police Area 3, Assistant Commissioner Calvin Allen, told the journalist on Monday. Police Area 3 consists of the parishes of Manchester, Clarendon and St. Elizabeth. Allen, who led a team of police personnel, including Manchester's commanding officer, Deputy Superintendent Kerry Duncan, and Operations Officer Lohas Daniels, at the briefing, said that the increased presence is to bolster safety. You are seeing our traffic officers ensuring that the traffic is flowing. Some of our officers are in the market area and all geared towards that sort of safety, security and reassurance at this time, he said. What you are seeing here is also being replicated in Black River and Santa Cruz, in the St. Elizabeth Division, and in Christiana and Spalding, Manchester. When we talk about Clarendon, one of the major towns, Maypen, is getting a similar type of attention, he added. He meanwhile appealed to motorists to adhere to the road code. Police presence right now is crucial towards ensuring order and safety, and as I have always stressed, we are out here in different shapes and forms, all geared towards the traffic flow and our citizens' safety, he said. Obey the signage that is there, whether it is a stop sign or otherwise, whether it is a one-way or otherwise. We expect our motorists to comply, and most times when we have that compliance, we have less congestion. We really want people, in whichever of the towns you are in, to comply with the signs, the necessary adjustments that have been made to facilitate the traffic flow. Just obey, he added. Allen also commended police personnel in Area 3. 3 overall has performed well. We have managed to reduce the incidence of crime in a significant way, so I want to extend a profound thanks to the leadership of the respective divisions. Thank you and the season's greetings, he said. Authorities urged to address space issues at the Port of Kingston. Chief Executive Officer of the Seprod Group, Richard Pondowi, is urging the authorities to address the capacity problem at the Port of Kingston in order to ease the annual Christmas congestion. Local importers, including manufacturers and the distributors, have been expressing frustration with the delay in clearing goods off the wharves in time for the Christmas rush. There were reports last week that several ships were anchored in harbor waiting to offload, while others have bypassed Jamaica. The Port Authority of Jamaica had reported that the current congestion at the port resulted from a drastic increase of cargo volumes as well as disruptions in mainliner service schedules. In an interview with the news, Mr. Pondowi, the head of one of the country's largest distribution and manufacturing companies, said the lack of space on the port is a major issue that must be solved.
I mean, despite, improving the operating hours, some of the fixes in Jamaica are more related to space issue, which is more medium to long term. However, we need equipment investment in the yards. We need KFTL to, while their business is transshipment, to understand that, a big part of the lifeblood of this economy relates to exports and the importation of goods, and there has to be some priority there. I think the PAJ needs to have a dialogue with them to ensure that there's some priority there. I mean, this is huge. And of course, getting more vessels to call on our ports to create a more competitive environment and to get more capacity, which will be beneficial to all of us. The reality is what it is. It needs to be dealt with. And of course, we've had issue that, with system failure on the customs side, ASICUDA, etc. But I assume those are temporary and will be solved. But again, we have opportunities. And it's putting what's happening now, the congestion is adding cost to the business. And by the time you get the containers, the merge already start before it even leave the port. That's the next issue that we need to talk about on the next day, the high cost of the merge that's happening. And, it's just escalating and creating costs into the system.
Mother hopes to find a missing son for Christmas. This Christmas will be a heartbreaking one for Angelique Trott, who is enduring her first holiday season without her son, Rashan English. Affectionately called a puppy, little Rashan disappeared from their yard in Red Ground, Old Harbour, St. Catherine on June 26 around 5 p.m. Trott told the news that she had briefly stepped inside their house to gather items for Rashan's bath, but when she returned outside, moments later, he was gone. Both his parents immediately began searching for him and alerted the police, who searched the area, even deploying dogs to sniff out his scent. Despite their efforts, there have been no confirmed sightings or leads in the 6 months since his disappearance. This has been the most devastating, traumatic ordeal of my life, Trott said. Every day I wake up hoping today is the day I hear something, anything about my son. But there is nothing, and the not knowing is unbearable. Rashan was 2 years old when he went missing, and his 3rd birthday has come and gone since then. The stress of the situation has taken a toll on Trott's life. She told the news that she lost her job due to her inability to function in the aftermath of her son's disappearance. I could barely eat, I could barely sleep. I just couldn't function day and night. He's all I think about, so to be honest, I just couldn't focus on my job, she explained. While she has since secured a new job and started counseling, the emotional pain remains overwhelming. As a result, Trott made the difficult decision to leave Red Ground and move to another community. I couldn't stay there anymore. Every corner of that place reminded me of Puppy, she said. But I was also scared for Baby, because what if whoever took Puppy comes back for my 10-month-old baby? We couldn't risk it, added Trott, who will be facing her first Christmas without her son. Rashan loved Christmas. We would take him shopping and he would pick out whatever he wanted, Trott explained. But Trott has not given up hope. This year, she bought him a remote-controlled car as a Christmas gift. He loved cars and trucks. That was his thing. So I bought it because I know one day my baby will come home, and I want his gift to be right here waiting for him, she said. Not knowing is the hardest part. Please, whoever has him, please, may I beg, please bring him back. He's just a baby and he deserves to be home with his family, she added. The police investigation into Rashan's disappearance remains open, but according to the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Corporate Communications Unit, there have been no recent updates. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Rashan English is asked to contact the Old Harbour Police at 876-203-3659, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Simplify procurement process to make it easier to do business with the government, says Horton. The parliamentary opposition is calling for the Andrew Holness-led administration to make it easier for private companies to do business with the government, following concerns raised by Jamaica Technology and the Digital Alliance about the public procurement process. President of the Alliance, Almanda Cox, said many capable companies are hesitant to engage with government entities because of challenges with the public procurement and the payment systems. Speaking with the news, opposition spokesman on technology, Dr. Andre Horton, said the government needs to overhaul the procurement process. Pointing to U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's nomination of Elon Musk to be his commander of efficiency, Dr. Horton argued that Jamaica needs to take a similar approach where we go through the length and the breadth of the bureaucratic process and simplify it so that the processes can work.
If you see what Donald Trump did with Elon Musk, he's appointing him as his commander of efficiency. I think Jamaica, we need an overall similar approach to that, where we go through the length and breadth of the bureaucratic process and simplify it so that processes can work. A country of just 3 million people, we shouldn't be faced with these back and forth bureaucratic channels that are disrupting how we administer our procurement, how we administer the efficiency of policy. And I think that much can be done in order to get rid of this cobweb that we have been faced with over the years. All of that will tie into efficiency, because what efficiency speaks to is an input and output ratio. So what you want is that instead of just looking at what is cheaper, instead of just looking at what can be done, the quick fix, we look at the long-term horizon of these projects and to ensure that whatever we are putting in place is geared towards the long-term sustainability of these projects. And when we do that, we'll find ourselves in a better position where we can get things done.
Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.